Hey, it's the Chubby Bartender Podcast with your host, Jason Gillum and Chad Reynolds. With a special guest each week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Yeah. I made sure I sent him a little Noah's Ark emoji. Said, "Hey, buddy, I know how this feels." Twice.
Yeah.
We got to thank some guys. Who you want to thank
we
first?
do. Well, hey,
we're not. I tell you what, we've thanked him enough. We're not thanking mine.
No, not first.
No, not first this week.
Yeah. I think we're going to talk about Gillum Insurance first.
Okay. All right.
Tell us what's hot.
Booming. Man, last week farms were hot again. So I ended up doing that, and I did a commercial landlord policy.
Nice.
Guy had about 15 units, so got them under a commercial policy.
There you go.
And life insurance, I think I wrote 6 or 7 life insurance apps last week, so that's booming.
Yeah, that does seem to be.
Yeah. Everything's booming right now. So give us a call, 740-395-0357, or shoot me an email, jason.gillum@american-national.com.
All right, next is going to be your boxing partner.
Massey?
Yes.
Oh, Geiger
Let's
Brothers
talk a little
Construction.
about Geiger Brothers.
Yeah, what do they build?
Well, I mean, anything you want. The tougher the engineering challenge, the better they like it.
I bet you they'd do a man's house if he says, "Hey, here's the drawing of my house. Put me another addition on here."
It's 15,000 square feet.
Yeah, put me an addition on here.
Yeah.
I bet you they'd draw that up.
Oh, they might. I don't know. I'd try it.
They got 3 engineers or 2 engineers in house.
Yeah.
Mechanical contractors, right?
Yeah.
Mechanical contractors.
Yeah, and they also got a plumbing, heating, and cooling deal and all that. And
McAvoy Geiger.
now, if perhaps maybe you wanted to build a stadium or something.
Well, then there's your.
They built a hell of a stadium.
They did
on the top of the hill.
They did, yeah. And I mean, you're seeing some stuff. They can do just about anything. So give those guys a call, 740-286-0800. Look them up at GeigerBrothers.com.
Okay. Did you earn the day today?
Not today.
Today you're too tired. There wasn't any. Didn't even see the bike today. Nothing.
I did.
Okay.
I built. Me and Gibson built a bike ramp today.
Oh, okay.
So I did get extreme.
I thought you were going. Did you go to Lake Hope?
Nah,
you didn't go ride today?
Too nasty weather.
Yeah,
it was
probably a little.
nasty.
Trails would have been a little greasy.
A little greasy.
A little bit.
But we'll earn the day tomorrow.
Oh yeah. Tomorrow night. That's
tomorrow
you guys
night.
Get
So
over
we're
there.
heading over to AP Prep, and I encourage anybody. I would say that our listeners are a crew of guys that I don't want to say are athletes, but maybe were at one time.
At one time in their life. Yeah.
They also,
Once an athlete, always an athlete.
Yeah.
well,
there
that's
you go.
true.
Yeah, true.
And most of these guys care about their relationships with their children. And I tell you, I'm getting a lot out of both sides of that coin over at AP Prep.
Yeah.
Because Gibson and I, it's just a great experience for us being father-son. And and then, I'm not losing any weight right now, but I'm not really trying. But I tell you what, I'm throwing hands.
There you go. But hey, well, that activity's good for you.
It is.
Throwing hands and burning calories. You probably get a good burn in there.
I burn about 400 to almost 600 calories in the 70 minutes.
I'd say that's earning the day.
Pretty good burn.
Yeah,
That's
I'd
earning
like
the
to
day.
get pizza or two.
Yep, and I tell you what, I was wrestling with Gibson today, and boy, he is getting a lot out of this.
Yeah,
and I've never seen people that are so good with children.
Yeah,
like
I've heard. I hear that from everybody.
He just does. They just do a good job over there. The what was the guy's name that played professional ball from Pomeroy?
Oh, Mike Bartram.
I think it's his son that's there.
Yeah, plays at Ohio Dominican.
Possibly, I'm not real sure.
He's had a couple sons, I think.
Okay, I feel like they've called this kid Bartram or something. I don't know. So maybe he's not related. Maybe
I think he is. I've seen them endorse that place before.
But so that's who Gibson usually has, him or Gabe, and then I have Gabe. But go look them up, apprep.info. And if you're looking how to schedule that, look up apprep.info, and you'll see everything right there on how to do it. It's pretty easy. So just get signed up.
Awesome. Well, now let's move on to spot number 5.
Oh, well,
that's what I'm gonna start calling mine. I think.
Yeah, that's what we need
Until we get our sign up.
I'm not going to give up.
I'm not either. I want spot number 5.
Did you see that video?
Suppose the McDonald's Corporation doesn't make spot number 5?
Well, hey, does he own the business or not?
Well, that's true. And I mean,
You know,
if we've got to now, if we got to donate the sign, we'll do it. And but we get to say what's on it.
He can have 9 cats down there, but he can't have us a sign
Yeah.
that says Chubby Bartender parking only.
Spot number 5.
Spot number 5.
And then
Asking
there'll be
for your
some
own parking
yeah.
place.
Well,
huh?
and then
Well,
the
have you
then
seen the
special
madness that we've
guest-
created?
Yeah, everybody's comparing their app points.
Oh, we had a post today.
I've caught a little bit of this.
There
I caught a little bit of it.
There was 30,000 points shared within 5 minutes. Avid
Yeah.
app users. Betsy G, shout out Betsy G. 96,000 points.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you something. She's not cashing those in often.
Well, doesn't she
enough.
have a tribe? Isn't there like
She might.
5 of them
I don't
kids?
know. Maybe they're just going to wait and
Betsy and
have.
Jeff.
Maybe they're going to have a Thanksgiving feast for free at McDonald's.
Oh, they should. I told Brad I'd just give her our parking spot. You got 96,000.
For that day,
Well,
yeah.
you're saying just day. I was just saying give her a spot.
Well, yeah, that's
96,000 points. How many times you got to go?
Well, I mean, she's a frequent flyer. There's no question.
I know. I bet you.
Was that multiple visits a day?
They would have to
It'd probably be. I mean, you're hitting it at least breakfast, maybe a cup of coffee here and there, Diet Coke, probably lunch. You know,
I've never had over like 5,000.
You cash them in.
I do. Yeah, I use them. I just it'll say
too.
use your points. Yeah, sure. Why not?
Sure.
yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is, like, if I take my kids after practice there one night a week,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm throwing the points at it, dude.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
we're
You are.
big eaters.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, thank you, Brad and Sarah.
Yes.
And thank you, Chad and Pudge.
Yeah, for the use of the app. Yeah.
Well, you know, I mean, it's obvious that we're helping out this app usage for them.
Well, I mean, I think that you could
Building the program.
You could
Yeah,
essentially
absolutely.
you could essentially refer to the Chubby Bartenders and McDonald's as a partnership.
Lost a piece on my glass.
You know,
there.
we're not asking for equity shares at this point, Brad, but you know,
It's coming.
yeah,
It's
don't
coming,
be
Brad.
surprised.
Yeah, it's coming, Brad. He's been big legging me. You know,
Well, he's probably feeling the impact, and he knows,
probably is.
He knows there's a couple men that see it.
did you see Levi's video?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Levi.
they're stopping us on the street.
they want to show off their points, dude. They're excited about the app
I guarantee it happens to you down there at football
all the time.
all the time.
People are like, "Hey, bud, 6,000 points."
There's like a universal sign. They just hold up their phone,
Yeah, yeah.
and we just know they're on the McDonald's.
Well,
app.
and then I've had a couple ask me, "Well, how do you cash in those points?
Yeah.
Like how does it work?"
That's where we're going to start getting you, man.
Yeah.
We're going to start educating them on that.
Yeah,
Betsy's got
Free
cash to
coffees,
burn,
right?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
where we're going to start getting you, bud.
yeah.
But anyway, hey, thank you, Brad and Sarah.
thanks,
bud.
Brad.
Jackson, Wellston, Oak Hill, MacArthur, McDonald's. We appreciate you. And I'm getting a phone call. But ladies and gentlemen, we've got the other 100-mile man, Mr. Matt Jenkins.
Matt Jenkins.
He is with us here to tell us his side of the story. You were supposed to come in with Clay. Sorry, I had to get that turned off. You're supposed to come in with Clay, and then you was in Tennessee. You ran the race, and you was
Ran the race and straight to Gatlinburg to celebrate, 16 years maybe?
You and Beth, is it 16?
I think 16 years.
Got married at the country club. Had your reception.
She's
at the
going to
country club.
watch this and get mad because I'm not positive on the years, but I
Well, I
believe
just
it's
hope you're right.
16.
I hope you're right.
So
Yeah.
2005.
05. October 19th.
That's probably about right.
16 years.
That's probably about right.
Yep.
I remember it. Yeah, you're in that wheelhouse
yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah, Clay came in early, man. I wasn't ready to talk about it yet. It's
Yeah,
still,
well,
still a
I
little
mean,
too early.
well,
I had to
and I mean,
process the details,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, and we got to go through kind of the same thing in the same way.
Well, he brought up a great point when I talked to him on the phone. He goes, I'm kind of glad I let it settle in here for a week, and that way
Yeah.
I can compartmentalize times and things that were happening and when and where.
Right.
And I
Yeah.
guarantee, I know what you mean, and nothing against Clay. He was fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he just got off of it, dude.
3 days prior, yeah, he still hadn't really sat down and been like, oh, okay,
Well, and I mean, let's lay out here before we start. There's a few things we definitely want to hit. One is, when we first get started here, I want to say, all right, what first led you to want to run 100 miles? And then the next thing I want to get to is there was some time in that race
Yes.
This will probably be towards the end of it. There was some time in that race where you had to think, okay, I don't know if I really want to run 100 miles.
Absolutely.
And I don't know if I can. And it'd be a lot easier to just quit right now.
Yeah.
And you didn't.
No, I didn't.
So that's the other point we definitely want to make sure we hit.
Yes.
But from there, let's just get started with why 100 miles, man.
Well, hang on.
Okay.
Let's go back even farther.
Even further.
Okay, because you have been a runner since probably 07, 08.
Actually, yeah. Day after Thanksgiving, so November 2008.
Okay.
Yeah. Got a picture of myself from a vacation. Didn't really like how that picture looked. Told my wife, you know what, I'm just going to start running.
Yeah, you weren't a runner at all.
You had never run
But you were a
before.
soccer player, so you ran a lot.
Well, I was pretty good, probably a little better than average in high school running, you know.
Yeah.
Had it in me.
Yeah, you're built for it.
Yeah, I
Good
think
body
so.
type for it.
But, yeah, day after Thanksgiving, I said, you know what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sign up for this Cleveland Marathon.
I remember that. That was the marathon.
That was the marathon.
That your feet, I remember that like it was yesterday. You had that blue.
Might have hurt worse after that
Cobalt.
marathon.
Was
than-
it Cobalt?
I did drive a Chevy Cobalt.
Blue
Man,
one.
mine like a steel trap.
People say that I've tainted it.
Yeah.
I don't know, boys. I can remember.
Yeah.
But you ran that. That was the Cleveland Marathon.
Cleveland
That's right, because
Marathon.
you drove
Yeah,
4
May
hours
of
back from-
2009. Yeah. Well, she drove.
How
home.
long did you? So you gave yourself from November to May, or the
Yeah.
end of November to
Yeah.
May to train for it.
to train for that? Yeah.
And that was that.
And I didn't know what I was doing.
Well,
Just
well,
got through it, you know.
So
Just
that
got through it.
was that the time that Clay was talking about when you and Tommy and Mike Turner and everybody got, because Tommy got bit by that bug too.
No, that would have been a few years down the road.
That's probably
a few
11.
years down the road. Probably 11 or 12. I think
Yeah.
it was 12. I
Yeah.
think it was 12.
Because he ran a half.
Yeah. Tommy ran a half. Mike and I ran the full. I think Clay ran the full. Nice little
group.
contingency of Jackson runners
Yeah.
up
Yeah.
there. I'm sure there were a few others.
And that seemed to be the start of like this solid group that you have now. Like that time
Yeah.
there, like
Right.
you kept Clay, you stayed in it. I mean, you were in it anyway, but you had, and then I think you picked up Bob Irvin, Holzeifel, and all that.
Rob, yeah. Rob Irvin, yeah.
Yeah, is it Rob?
Rob got in several years later. I mean, we've built a solid running contingency in Jackson. And man, it's fun. I love them. I love all those people too.
So you're at 2008, 13 years ago. So that puts you at 28, 29.
It's about right. Yeah.
So, and here you are now 42. You 42
Yep.
yet?
Be 43 in March.
Be 43 in March.
Yeah, buddy.
And you just now went for, so most people would look at that backwards, like don't do
Right.
do it at 40.
Yeah, and that's, you know, back when it all started, when I signed up for that first marathon, my wife was like, maybe you should try a 5K. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I can get to a 5K.
Yeah.
But let's,
Yeah,
if
let's
we're
go
going to
big.
change the lifestyle right now,
Yeah, let's do it.
let's, let's push the chips in the middle of the table and see what happens.
When you decided that, you said, all right, I'm going to Cleveland in May. Did you have any idea how to train for a marathon? Or did you
No,
just start
I had to
Googling
buy a couple
stuff or
books,
what?
man.
Yeah,
Had to
yeah,
buy a
okay.
couple books, you know.
Yeah.
Had to buy a couple books, read a little bit online, and just go all in. You know?
Yeah, back then the internet wasn't huge either.
No, I think-
Facebook was
no.
just coming out. Maybe.
Man, we still had the desktop PC in the house.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yep.
So whenever you first did that, I'm kind of forgetting now, but I remember you really liking it. Mm-hmm. But I mean, you have to be ate up with it now. Well, that or you're done with it.
I don't think I'll ever be done with it. Am I eating up with it? That's an interesting question. I don't
you
think
do it.
I obsess over anything. I don't obsess over running. I'm probably, people would argue this with me, and I'll argue with them till I'm blue in the face, but I'm probably one of the more undisciplined runners out there.
Yeah, but
Running
you probably don't
for
miss very many
me,
days, though, right?
I don't miss many days, but I'm not a training plan guy. It drives me nuts. Like, I've got buddies who love to wake up early in the morning and see that they have to run
Clay.
this workout.
Clay's one of them.
Hey, that's not me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I run to let the smoke blow out of my ears in the evenings or
Yeah.
get fired up.
Are you an early morning guy?
I'm off and on. I'm off and on. I mean, there's mornings it's 4:30, 5 o'clock. There's football practice a couple nights a week where I run at 5:30 or 6, and Holzapfel, my guy Jason Holzapfel, loves to go at 9:30 in the evening. I'll go at 9:30 in the evening. I don't really.
It doesn't bother you really when it is.
Doesn't make a difference to me.
But you try to get it in.
Thoroughly enjoy
The run.
putting one foot out in front of the other. Yep,
You
absolutely.
like it. Yeah, and I
Love it.
Okay, so then you run all these, and you've always been that guy. I remember you were probably one of the first guys I knew that did 50.
Yep.
Where was that at? Somebody's vibrating. Who is that? That you? Me?
Land Between the Lakes, Kentucky. Just near Paducah.
Near
believe it
Paducah.
or not. Yeah.
And was that on a trail?
That was all trail. Yeah.
Through the night? How long did that take you?
No, not through the night. During the day. Man, that was a rough event. Yeah. I think we got through it in like 10 hours or so.
Okay. Because you're
Early morning start in the snow, and the way that course was designed, it was a 4-lap course. You had to run maybe, I don't know, a couple miles out, and there was an 11-mile course.
Yeah.
You ran 4 laps, so 3 laps, I guess 3 miles out, 4 laps, and 3 miles home. Yeah.
Okay. So, but you like the trail. Clay, and I know Clay pretty well. He's a pretty well concrete guy. He likes, he enjoys the road running. He doesn't like to do the trails. He likes the blacktop.
Yeah.
But you, on the other hand, you're more into the woods running. You kind of, that's what you love, isn't it?
Nothing better than
I'm with
than
you.
being on the trails, man. I mean, you know where we grew up, right?
Yeah.
We grew up in creeks and climbing trees and getting dirty.
Sure.
And look, it's a running trails. It's a playground, man. That's an excuse for adults to go jump in mud puddles, right?
So
it's
tell
fun.
me about the difference, though. Like, okay, so let's say, so you're getting ready for. Why would you want to go spend 100 miles on chipped limestone?
Yeah.
Look, when the
that
whole
sounds like a brutal surface anyway.
Yeah, was it?
I wasn't a big fan. It was soft to run on, much better than pavement, but man, that stuff found its way into every nook and cranny, and sticking to your skin. It was, I enjoyed running on it. Walking on it was probably worse than running.
Yeah.
Walking, it just flipped up everywhere. Got everywhere. Yeah.
Huh.
So you're wanting to know why 100?
Why 100?
Yeah.
Why? Why would you want to do this? Knowing your feet about killed you after
Well,
that
I mean,
marathon.
all right, wait a minute.
You've ran
How many marathons prior to this 100? And then how many 50 milers? Like what? And then what flips the switch? Like I got to try it.
I probably run 3 or 4 marathons, 3 or 4 50Ks, which 31 miles.
Yeah.
Been to 50 twice. Got to 72 or 74 3 years ago, and
At one time?
yeah, that was my 40th birthday. That's
Did you do that?
what I wanted to do. That was part of an event where I had intentions of getting to 100,
Okay.
and just crashed and burned, man. Crashed and burned.
I didn't work.
Yeah,
I didn't
crashed
know
and
you
burned.
did that.
Yeah.
Also,
It was a little
were going
different.
to attempt to get 100 that time.
Yeah, and it was that race a little different concept, right? They put you on a course. It's like 4 miles and change, right? They give you 60 minutes to finish that 4-mile loop.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter if you finish it in 30 minutes or 59, as long as you're ready to go at the top of the hour, you start the next race. And that race, they say there's no finish line, right? One person. So the winner, it's through attrition. The winner has to complete a lap on their own without anyone else finishing. Right?
So they race till they drop.
They race till they drop. Race till they drop.
Where's that?
That was in Lucasville.
No kidding.
That was in
Race
Lucasville
till you
3 years
drop.
ago.
Do they still do that?
They still do that. An Ohio guy just set the world record in that event earlier this week. I think he hit 354 miles, 85 hours.
Oh my
Where's he from?
Circleville. Harvey Lewis is the gentleman's name.
You know him?
I do know him. Phenomenal guy.
phenomenal runner.
What do
School
you
teacher in
call? What do you
Cincinnati.
call that?
So
that
those
that
are
event?
those events are backyard ultra events. Yeah.
Last man standing.
That's exactly what it is. Last man standing.
300 and what?
I think he got to 354. I think 354 miles. So 85 hours, something like that, of running.
Jeez.
Is there any rest time?
Which it's incomprehensible. It depends on how quick you finish the lap.
Okay.
Yeah.
You just sit there and wait till everybody else is.
Just you wait till it's time to go.
Yeah.
Oh, so he's running that on that same 4-mile course.
Yeah.
He just did it that many more times
yeah,
around.
so they divide that race into, there's a trail loop and then a pavement, out and back pavement loop. So every 12 hours they alternate.
Okay. So he might decide to
What
go
you're
do one
doing.
fast, come back and then sleep.
You want to take a nap? You want a little extra time to eat? A little extra time to change your shoes?
And then you got to do it again on the hour.
On the hour. Yeah. Yeah. So I felt like I was equipped to get to 100 then, and that format was, underestimated the format.
That format's brutal.
Yeah. Well, that's what, even this race that you guys just did, I do think it was a pretty cool format. You know, 35 out, 35 back, 15 out, 15 back.
It was set up. It was, and that was part of their advertisement, right? This is an ideal event for first-time 100-mile runners. And that was the appeal to me looking at it. 35 out, 35 back, 15 out, 15 back. Boom, you got it, right?
Right.
Sounds easy.
Yeah. Wow. Easy to say.
Easy to say.
Yeah.
Like Mike Tyson says, right? Everybody's got a plan until you get punched in the face. Yeah.
All right. So now we're at the race.
Yeah.
So you get to the race. You get to this thing in Akron. So 4 hours away. You leave it. Why in the hell didn't you two drive the same? Why didn't you guys carpool up?
Well, the agreement was, if we can run together, great. But I don't want my pace to influence Clay, and I don't want Clay's pace to influence mine,
so
right?
You might need a separate,
We need to be separate.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, if he finishes hour ahead of me or I finished hour ahead of him, I don't want the poor guy to sit around his car for an hour while I'm still out there struggling.
Yeah,
Go back to the hotel and get a shower, brother.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. So, okay, I'm sure you had a plan going into this.
Absolutely.
And like you said, then you get punched in the mouth or whatever. But like, what was your plan when you were going to Akron? I mean, I'm sure it involved what you were going to eat, all that stuff.
The weeks leading up to it, you get I got my long runs in. I mean, I was confident.
How far
Felt real good. I thought, I strung together a marathon. I strung together a 50K ahead of it. They were
Couple weeks ahead of it?
Yeah, probably a month ahead of it. I think all the long stuff came in probably early September, late August, early September.
And that race was
and then about
day?
we're about 3 weeks out at this point. 3 weeks removed from the race, I think, today.
Today. Well, yes. So that would have been August 2nd or October 2nd?
Yeah, 9th.
October 9th.
Maybe. Yeah.
So you were running marathons and 50Ks in September.
Yes.
As training.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. And I mean, were you breezing through those? Nothing to get alarmed about?
Nothing
Nice,
to get
easy
alarmed
pace?
about, right? Carry a couple water bottles with you and run out to mom and dad's. Take the scenic route to the house.
Yeah. Just trying to get
Not
in.
pushing pace. I don't care how long it takes. It's time on your feet. At the end of the day, if you're running a long ways, you have to feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Enough to do it.
You got to be comfortable being on your feet for an extended period of time.
Yeah. How's your
That's
quads?
all it was
How's
for
your
me.
quads now? Still can't feel them?
Still a little sore.
Yeah.
Left quad still can't feel the outside of it.
3
really,
weeks
it's
out.
I'd say I'd probably need another 3 weeks. Probably another 3-4 weeks. I'd say to.
You're not doing nothing. You're not running again, are you?
Off and on. I've done some running.
Since?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't been over 3 miles. I think I ran 3 last week. Moderately, just to see
where you were.
see how the wheels would respond.
Yeah. How'd it feel?
Not great. Still a little clunky, but I mean, it was there. It was there. I mean, I could tell I was healing up.
Yeah. Huh, it's a little clunky. I like that.
Still a little clunky,
How was the wind? I mean, good. You could probably run forever, can't you? I mean,
slow down enough, and
yeah,
you can go get it.
So will you pay attention to your speed? Like, Are you heart rate?
Look, this is where I'm not a super disciplined guy, right? But I'm in tune with what my body's telling me.
Okay.
Say it's heart rate, say it's breathing. I mean, I don't listen to music. I haven't listened to music for probably 8-9 years since I've run. Doesn't matter how far I'm going. I don't listen to music. I want to hear my feet hit the surface. I want to hear how I sound breathing. And I understand from that point, you're going too hard, or you can add a little bit, turn up the heat a little bit, depending on what you're doing. I'm 100% by feel.
You need something occupying your mind when you're
No,
doing
You go do that distance.
that defeats the purpose of running for me 100%. I don't need music to tune me out.
Okay.
I want the movement and the motion
Okay.
to tune
you
me
want
out.
to feel it. Yeah.
I want to feel it.
Yeah.
Just hold it,
Yeah.
boys.
See, now,
I wanna hold it.
you know what I think would become very difficult is you're talking about like just running in silence or whatever. I mean, dude, these runs are a long time.
26 hours.
Yeah. I mean, and like you're not listening to a podcast or music or anything. I mean, it's just you and the road.
That's what I want, man.
That's what you're used to. That's why you're used to running it.
That's the way I'm used to doing it. You never know what's going to come out of here.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
You don't know what you're going to learn. Like,
Oh,
I don't want
yeah.
to be,
Yeah,
I don't want to hear Miley Cyrus in my ears.
Yeah, right.
Why my innards are saying, hey, man, this is fantastic. You don't know what your conscience is going to tell you, right?
Right.
Learn a little bit while you're out
learn a
there.
little about
Yeah.
yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
I just like background music. Like I sleep with headphones on every night.
Yeah.
I don't think I could go that far, especially 26 hours running with that. Now,
Well, I mean, I couldn't run.
Hey, if you
26
jumped on the
hours.
back of a horse, you wouldn't listen to headphones, would you?
no, I wouldn't.
Why not?
Yeah,
Because you're taking in Mother Nature.
And I'm
you're
into-
listening to the horse.
and I'm listening to the horse. You're right.
It's meditative.
Yep.
I mean,
Pretty good comparison right
great
there.
running is meditative for me, man.
man. I mean,
Whether it's 3, whether it's 8, whether it's a half marathon,
matter.
like,
Yeah.
the goal is to get done and be mentally refreshed, right? Physically, you're going to be
Right.
tired no matter
Well,
what you do.
that
But if
brings
you're
me-
mentally refreshed,
Yeah.
that brings me to another question before we get into this 100-mile race or whatever. Why do guys like us, why do you push yourself to be into running? I don't think you're ate up with health. I mean, you're obviously healthy, but I mean, you know what I'm saying. Why do I go out and try to mountain bike or get in a weight loss competition with Scott Massey? Like, what is it about guys that just makes you do stuff like that? Because I'm not ate up with health. Do I want to feel good? Yeah.
Right.
Do I care if I'm skinny? No. Hell, I've been a fat ass all my life. I'm used to it. I'm very comfortable with it.
Yeah.
But so why do you go run a Hyundai? Because I know that it wasn't to lose weight. I know that it wasn't. It was just something
Well,
personal.
do you think? I mean,
go ahead.
does self competition come into it at all?
Well, that's what I'm asking.
We all kind of grew up competing against other people.
we
our whole
all-
lives in team sports, different things.
All
like
three
that.
of us grew up in sports.
Yeah.
Is it because that doesn't die?
There's a juice there, but I think it flips to where you kind of start competing with yourself
You do,
instead of
yeah.
everybody else.
See them people dying, and you're like,
Well,
I
it's
don't want
not.
that to be me.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I don't think it's to stay. I'm not trying to be relevant. Like, I don't do it for popularity.
No, you
right?
don't. You don't advertise
right,
that you're
right.
doing it.
Yeah,
Nothing.
yeah.
I mean, so you don't do it for popularity.
Nope. You're not doing it for friends.
I have nothing to prove
Yep.
to anybody. I don't care.
No, you don't.
For me, it's just, I guess you say it's healthy, but we're not, I don't think any healthy person, mentally healthy person, right? Like, we're all fighting probably complacency,
Sure.
Like,
And
it doesn't matter if you're 18 or 30 or 40. Like, you want to be the best Pudge. You want to be the best Chad you can be.
yeah,
right.
Well, for me, it just happens to be running. Like, that's where I find
where
the
you-
best Matt Jenkins.
And-
It's where
and you obviously enjoy doing it.
yeah.
I mean, it's
helps
something
you
that you've
blow off steam.
incorporated into
Yeah. I mean, it is, for me, running is the best metaphor for life that I've ever found. hey, you want to go hard and run hard and practice hard and train hard, you're probably going to be a fast runner, right?
Yeah.
You want to work on endurance, you're going to be a good endurance runner.
Yeah.
You want to be a good insurance agent,
Yep.
work on your sales, right?
Yeah.
Work on your trade.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. But I also think it's very healthy for guys like us to do stuff like this because, like I know if I've had a real rough week or, getting pounded on or whatever, it's really nice just to go out and hike or go out and just, sometimes I'll put my earbuds in, but it's usually by myself and I just go. And whenever I get worn out, I come back to the house and I've walked it off. Or
Kind of a good form of therapy.
I think so. For me, it is. Now,
It's meditative, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you're in
It's a release.
It's a release, because and very few guys our age or in our situations get time to yourself.
Yeah.
And the moms don't either.
No.
They don't. Hell, they don't either. But it is a nice outlet for some alone time, I guess.
Absolutely.
It beats doing this if that's all you're doing, or whatever. So let's go to this 100 miles.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you get signed up. You come out of the gate, or you think so. Like Clay said, it's 5 a.m. There's no hoopla.
Yeah.
It's not crazy. You just kind of heard somebody in the front. Are your runners ready? Take off.
You go to Columbus Marathon and for those about to rock, right? They're blaring through the loudspeaker and there's fireworks and there's bands every mile.
Yeah.
Keep going. I'm gonna check.
And here you're just showing up to grind it out, right?
Yeah.
No use in celebrating the start
Yeah. There's no
when you know you could be on your feet
was it
for the
kind of a
next 34 hours.
surreal moment, kind of?
It was. It got really quick.
Yeah.
From the time you wake up at 3 a.m., right? I think we got up about 3 and you eat a little bit. And you're thinking, hey, man, let's go do this. Yeah. And then you get over there and like, it's 4:45.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll be done in 24 hours from now, right? Maybe we shouldn't be excited. Like maybe the start shouldn't be a big event because long road to hoe.
Yeah.
Long road to hoe.
You were shooting for 20 hours.
Yeah.
So you were thinking that you were going to be done by 1 a.m.?
I thought, I thought I could get it done between 20 and 22. And I'm not saying that's the goal, but that's probably...
That's where you guessed it.
I told it's where I...
Is that what you were trying to pace yourself at, or...
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's your pace.
That's just where I felt I would be comfortable moving. Uh-huh. Yeah, I felt like the speed lent itself to me to get through it 20 to 22.
Okay.
Because you guys average 4 miles an hour.
Yep.
And I mean, everybody's like, well, that ain't bad. Oh, fuck you. That's bad. That's for 26 hours.
Oh,
that's bad. I mean, go set your track or go set your treadmill on 4 tomorrow.
yeah. See how hard that is.
Just start going.
Yeah.
And see how long you can do it.
Yeah.
And you got to not any slower.
Yeah.
That's what they averaged.
Yeah.
I mean, that was the average. And that's probably a little skewed, right? I think the last 13 miles, we probably averaged 22 to 25 minutes a mile.
Okay.
It was a long 6 hours getting back.
Yeah.
Long 6 hours, man.
That's how long it was. So you went 18 then. So you went 18 hours, 85 miles. Now there's a number.
Well, I don't remember. I guess I could have looked it up before I came, but I believe at 40, somewhere around the 40-mile mark or 50-mile mark.
It's almost 5 miles an hour.
I was moving, and I was moving a lot quicker. I think I was on pace for 20. I was on pace for 20 hours at around mile 50, 55.
So you were actually running maybe a little quicker than what you...
Yeah, well, it was a rookie mistake.
Did the adrenaline get to you there early or something?
It did.
So you come out of the gate, walk
It
like we
did.
did Clay.
Yeah.
Let's go through 1 through 25.
Yeah.
How you feeling?
1 through 25. Ready to run through a wall, man. Ready to run through a
what
brick
pace
wall.
you having there? Are you pushing?
Nines and tens. Probably 9:40 to 10:15. Cruising.
Feet
Feeling
feel
good. Feeling good.
Probably against the plan, right? Like you probably hadn't planned on going that fast.
Yeah. Rookie mistake to buy into feeling that good.
Okay.
And hindsight, right? Why I'm processing this the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Bad mistake
Yeah.
to just ride the wave.
Were you just
should have rolled off the back of that wave.
Were you just keeping pace with those around you, or?
No, I wasn't. I was just doing my thing, man.
Okay.
Just doing my thing.
Okay.
Riding the momentum.
Okay, so there's 1 through 25.
Yep.
You're doing good. 25 through 50, what happens?
Riding the wave.
Riding the wave still.
Still not, still thinking to myself,
You
hey,
stopping at the snack stands?
stopping at the aid stations. Make a couple mistakes because I'm still excited.
What
I'm
are the
still feeling
mistakes?
really good. The mistakes are I don't get in my drop bag and get my sodium and caffeine pills. I don't take my salt tabs.
Okay.
Just excited to go. Look.
I mean, is it something you forgot, or did you make the conscious decision? Like, man,
forgot.
I just don't need these.
Completely forgot.
Okay.
Completely caught up in the moment and just screwed the pooch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I take it you don't take those and stuff like that. That catches up with you at some point.
Absolutely, right? I mean, stopping at the aid stations, right? My goal was to try to hit 250 to 400 calories per big aid station.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't keep up with
So-
what you're burning.
Yeah,
You're
sure.
just trying to offset
Yeah,
and
right.
give yourself a boost to the next station.
What were you like? And how far are those spaced out?
The water stops were about every 3 miles. Full aid station with food and energy gels, I think, were between 6 and 8 apart.
6 and 8, and then
So there's a stop every 3 miles. It's just they're spaced.
where the
Every
food
other
is and
every other one has the food.
Did you have a
and the
preference
goods.
for the food they were putting out? Is there a certain thing that works better with your stomach or something? Clay described his stomach just being in violent form.
Yeah,
I mean,
I have always trained to eat. I mean, doing the longer distances, I have no issue putting things in my body.
okay.
So, advertised though, they said they would have, potato chips, which up my alley. Peanut butter and jelly, up my alley.
Okay.
I have no problem with the sugary, high carbohydrate gel packs. You've probably seen the ones you just squeeze out the little,
200 calories. But
200 calorie boost right there.
Yep. So
So I'm stopping, gobbling down. The rookie mistake though. Why am I grabbing food and continuing to walk while I eat? Stand there. Take a minute.
Okay.
Take a minute.
Does that make a big difference?
I think it would have made a huge difference to sit down and eat.
stretch out.
Hey, maybe stretch your calves a little bit, buddy.
Right,
Maybe
right.
maybe stretch the quads.
Right. Take
But
a
no,
minute. Yeah, just
I'm
chill out. Yeah.
I'm in the moment,
And you're going.
and I'm just
Yeah, it's all.
and I don't want to stop because I'm
it's a
just
race.
I'm loving it.
Well, you're in the
I'm
zone.
smiling.
Yeah.
The aid station workers, they pat you on the back and they fill your water bottle up, and
Yeah, you're feeling great.
spend
Like,
a
hey,
few
let's go.
minutes. Spend
Yeah.
a few minutes talking to another runner, and living in the moment, not thinking about the next
Race.
12 hours.
Yeah, the next
Race.
12 hours. 12 hours. All right, so we're from 25 to 50, still
Yep.
in the zone.
Still
in the zone.
workhorse.
50 to 75.
Yeah, so
And by this time it's dark.
You've made the turn.
sun is starting to go down.
Okay.
Starting to go down. Mile 58, punched in the face, right?
It was,
Got
it was
punched.
at 58.
About 58.
What was it?
Mental.
Mentally, you start to break down a little bit. Running ultras enough, everybody deals with the low points.
Okay. So at
You know,
mile
you-
58, like how many hours in is that?
Oh, gosh. What am I at? 10, 12 maybe? Would that be right? 10 hours maybe?
Probably. Yeah, I mean.
So it's
you
3
start
o'clock.
at 5 a.m.
I'm moving it. I'm probably moving at 6 miles an hour, 6 to 6.5 miles an hour.
Yeah.
That's
that
3.
point.
That's 3 o'clock in the
So I'm
afternoon,
probably
10 hours
nine. I'm
later.
probably 9, 10, 11 hours in at that point. I don't think it was quite to 12
Late afternoon.
because I'm scooting.
Yeah.
I
so
mean,
it's like late afternoon.
yeah,
Yeah.
And I know I'm
Hop.
on pace for about
Yeah.
20 at that point.
Okay.
So do you think like where it was with your okay, you've done the 50Ks, some 50
Mm-hmm.
milers, but it seems like just from what I know about you, that 58-mile marker is just about the time that you have to switch gears, because you've done that a lot up until that point right there.
Yeah.
Do you think that's like subconsciously, like something like clicked and was just like, hey, Matt, this is all new. Let me punch you in the face and you got to get through this first.
I was prepared for it. Like I was expecting it.
Right.
I'm not sure I was. I was expecting a low. I mean, I've been there. I've felt it.
You've got to fight through it.
You just fight through it.
Okay.
So 58 hits. Get to mile 58, and the mental stuff hits, and the minute you lose the mental edge, then what happens, right? Oh, you feel a blister on your toe.
Oh yeah.
Your shoulders are tight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Your ankles are sore.
Yeah.
Right? You start feeling
Hips hurt.
Everything starts to hurt. So I spend 2 hours, or not 2 hours, 2 miles
Walking.
pumping
regroup
myself
a little
up,
bit.
talking to myself, talk to a couple other competitors, and get yourself going a little bit.
They're just walking along too, or they stop asking how you do.
Everybody's going through the same.
everybody's
Everybody's
in the
starting.
same boat
Everybody's
right there.
we're on the same boat.
Yeah. Yeah.
So power through those 2 miles, right?
Yeah.
60 to 70, feeling good.
You got it back. You got over the hump a little bit.
But the problem is, I'm still looking at the watch.
Okay.
I'm still doing the math in my head. Hey, you're still within that 20 to 22 hour. Why does it matter?
You had that. Yeah, you had that just locked in your head. Didn't
I've still, and it frustrates me a little bit. Very happy with the accomplishment of getting it done.
Yeah.
But it frustrates me that I was hung up on the finish time versus embracing just
the finish.
Let's finish. Let's just finish. Like, why?
So do you think that you battled that mentally then during the race? Like, I got to be done in between
How
20
did you
and
not
22.
think that was going to happen,
Yeah.
Matt Jenkins? I know you. I could have told you that you was going to start off like that and then
Caught
try to
up
get your
in the
time.
moment, man. Just got caught up in the moment. Was having a great time. Just enjoying life, man. Just enjoying it. Having
cranking.
fun. Talking to people.
But then did you find yourself feeling like you were racing the clock then for a while, for a period of time?
Oh, absolutely.
Where you're like,
absolutely. And it was
well,
it was
get back on that pace,
bad rookie mistake. I should have spent instead of walking 58 to 60. Hey, maybe I should have just carried on to 64. Walk another couple miles.
Right. Not worry about the time.
But you're caught up in the moment, and you start feeling good again. And I'm drinking that feel good Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Not thinking, hey, if I can get to 70, I'm gonna get myself to 70. I'm gonna sit down.
Okay.
Have a nice little meal, gather myself, and then chin out
And finish it. Yeah.
last 30 because it's only 15 up and 15 back, right?
Right.
Just 30 miles.
Yeah.
Well, but you probably are thinking now. You probably are thinking though, like
You're 70% done.
Yeah, it's like, hey man, I've done that a million
to
times.
me, to me, I'm telling myself, buddy, you get to 70.
Yeah.
And I mean,
You got her.
Like metaphorically, the sun's going to be coming up.
Right.
I mean, you're on the home stretch.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go touch back and come back and let's go.
So how long did that, once you got over the hump, how long did that high carry you?
Got me to 70, about 76.
76.
76.
And then did the body start breaking down or what, man?
That big mental bear jumped on my back.
So that was the mile, like where I was asking
And I
you at the
broke.
beginning. Like
Yeah.
when I said, hey, I guarantee you there had to be a time when you thought, you know what, I think maybe I've gone far enough.
Yeah.
And you probably discovered something new about yourself that, hey, you know what, damn it, I'm not quitting. I'm going to go. Like, at what point did you overcome that hurdle? Or did you ask yourself the question, or was it an option in your head that you were thinking about? Maybe I'll just call this off.
So the option to stop
Yeah.
was not there.
Okay. You were not.
I did
gonna
not
stop.
want to quit,
Okay.
but like I think I was telling you on the phone last week, I felt like about 76 to 78, man, I felt like I was down in a deep well.
Yeah.
Just looking up for some light, looking up for some help. Like, how do I get out of this? And that's the time, I find out Clay's in his car, he's puking, he's not doing well.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, I must be in bad shape. Because mentally I've lost the edge at that point. So I'm in bad shape, right? Yeah. I'm just walking, feeling sorry for myself, which really pisses me off.
So this is
thought
just a
I
battle
had that
going on with yourself.
internal battle. man.
Okay, yeah.
Which is also, I think, why do it. I mean, that's the fun part, right? Sharpen the sword a little bit.
Makes you better every day, right? Yeah.
But so I'm not telling myself I'm going to quit. But there's like the little devil over here that's like, you probably look so bad. These volunteers, maybe they'll just pull you off. Maybe they won't let you finish because you look so bad.
Yeah, that'll just take you out of the race.
Then I'm not quitting. They're forcing me out.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Then it's
All
not on
that's
me.
running through your head.
Oh, buddy, it was yeah. I mean, it was looking back. It's pretty frustrating.
Were you
that,
looking at the volunteers like, look at me?
Hey, look, they don't look bad.
listen, that's probably it though.
Get this squad over here. Yeah,
You know, and I was so in my head at that point.
Yeah.
That I'm not noticing. I'm still passing people.
Right.
I mean, there's people at aid stations laying down taking naps.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, you poor bastard. Like, maybe you need a medic to pull you out of here so you don't quit.
So like you're not taking note of like, hey man, these guys maybe you've done this before and they're laying down on the side.
I've lost all sense of awareness.
Okay. You're only in your own head.
Yeah. I was way, and I'm not that
allowing yourself any sense of accomplishment at this point.
No, there's none. Like I'm feeling sorry for myself, and that's not me. Like anybody that knows me, that's not me. Like let's go get it.
Yeah.
Right.
And I lost, and I just couldn't find it.
So you got
Could
to
not
mile
get it back.
76, and then you walk it out to 85,
And I walk it out to 85.
and then stop.
So man, you're out there, you got 15 miles to come back.
Yeah.
And you walked it out there. Where's your body at this point? I know your mind is rough. Where's your body at this point?
I can feel every rock between my toes.
So basically,
My
it's
knees hurt.
76
Everything hurts. My back hurts. My head hurts.
then. So you basically walked it in from 76.
I ran a little bit between there.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you how much.
just to know.
I know for a fact I ran probably between 78 and 82 because one of the only things I remember in that stretch, one of the gals who was leading in the front of the pack, I hear her start shouting. This crazy story, right?
Yeah,
You'll like this. I hear this girl say, "Hey, stop it. Leave me alone." So I'm like, hey, what's going on? She's maybe 100 yards away. So I'm running that direction. She's kind of running at me. She's like, get away. It's a hoot owl. We're in the Cuyahoga National Forest, right?
Yeah.
There's an owl swooping down at her head. Oh, my God. And I'm like, hey, what's going on? She's like, that owl up there it's hit me in the head twice.
Gosh, was she bleeding?
She wasn't bleeding. Said she was good. But I mean, that's
Savage.
probably pretty crazy. I'm sure those things have big
scare the
talons
hell
and
out of
stuff.
Well, and that's exactly what you need at like mile 86 or something.
Guarantee though, I ran
by a
through there,
screech
man.
owl.
Yeah,
I ran right through there.
Yeah.
Ran right through there.
What was the best time? I didn't ask Clay that. Who had the best time?
Oh man, I think somebody got through it in like 14 hours and change.
Oh my God, what's that pace?
It's insanity,
14
man.
miles an hour?
14 miles an hour. Jesus, God, that's practically sprinting, dude. There ain't no way.
I think he averaged. I think I saw around 8 minutes 40 seconds a mile, something like that.
Still, that's my record time on 5K.
Crazy, crazy to think about it.
I mean, that
crazy
is,
to think about.
That is. All right, so we get to 85, and that would be if you went out 15, you'd be turning around
And best-
come back
Yep,
15.
turning around.
The best meet you at the 85?
Andy was with me. Andy probably finds me around, man, I couldn't tell you, 80, 82.
Okay.
And then walks it out with you to
Yeah,
85?
like I'm telling you, I don't remember at what point
yeah,
I
yeah.
ran
And when
when
you were walking,
the owl episode.
right.
To when I found Andy, but no, I spent a considerable amount of time, Andy walking next to me, just
Yeah, what's he wearing?
talking me
What kind
up.
of shoes is he wearing for this journey?
I couldn't tell you. I do know that the man changed out of his jeans and put on a pair of shorts to come and support the cause, which meant the world.
Yeah.
Meant the world to me. That
Yeah.
because a lot of people have their crew out there, right?
Oh, yeah.
people are meeting them at the aid
Oh, yeah,
stations. and, hey, don't forget to eat.
Yeah, right.
Don't forget
Reminded
to change
you.
your socks.
Yeah.
I didn't have that. I didn't try real hard to find anybody to do that. And looking back, probably another rookie
would.
mistake.
Yeah,
Probably should have done it.
Yeah, should have had a support group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So at 85.
I'd like to go to that.
Yeah.
We need to go that next year. I'd like to be the 85-mile man.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, strictly moral support.
Yeah.
What? So like you hit 85 and you're like, all right, I got 15 back.
Yeah.
And did you stop a little bit? Did you? Was there
stopped
ever
a little
time
bit.
when you stopped and like collected yourself.
Were you stopping there to wait on Clay?
No, that's where Clay caught up, though.
But you thought he was done, didn't you?
Yeah, I thought he was done. That upset me. I didn't think the dude was going to finish, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that was part of the burden, right? I mean,
Oh,
you don't
there's
want your
another
buddy.
thing in your
I mean,
head.
it sucks.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I told
yeah.
Andy a couple times, like, dude, go back, get him out of the car. Like he needs to be out here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's going to regret no matter how bad you hurt, right? And a lot of the experienced guys that I spent some time with when things were hard, like mentally when I was down, they were like, listen, man, like you're finishing. Like it's first one. It's a big deal to finish.
Yeah, you're going to finish it.
Yeah.
Forget that 22 hours.
Forget
man.
it.
Like, at what point did it finally dawn on you? Like, hey, look, man, hell with 22 hours. Let's just get this thing done.
It wasn't until Clay caught back up
Oh, okay.
at 85.
Were you going to quit at 85?
No,
You
I
were
was going to walk or crawl.
Yeah.
Whatever I had
you
to do to get there.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd already made up my mind. I'm going back.
Yeah, you're at 85.
I'm going back.
Yeah.
I kind
And
of
talking to the
experienced to the car.
Talking to the experienced guys out there, you know, they're like, forget about running.
Oh, okay.
Walk it in. You have, at this point, you got 8 or 10 hours to get back 13 miles, 30-hour cutoff. Like, buddy, walk it in. Get your finish and be happy about it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's, because
you
you
could have
start
done
to
that.
come
And
back
that
a little.
Could have
Finally
walked it in and still beat the 30-hour cutoff.
Yeah, that's what we did.
Yeah.
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 And that kind of I'd say, like, did that help when people were telling you that?
Absolutely.
To kind of be like, well, yeah, I mean, that's a pretty good point. I mean,
Yeah.
let's go.
Yeah. I mean, I needed somebody to assure me that,
Right,
hey,
right.
you're going to get there,
Right. Yeah.
which is the beauty of the running community.
You know, that's the impression I got from Clay. I mean, people are supportive, aren't they?
Yeah, man, it's unlike any other sport that I've ever been a part of. I mean, I've got friends who are probably, I call them elite, knowing the times that they run in their
You're elite as
5Ks
hell
and
now.
in their marathons.
You're elite.
Yeah, but these guys are completely other. I mean, they're on such another level than what I do. But talking to those guys, right? Like, hey, man, I saw your halftime. Like, it was unbelievable. And I'll be like, well, buddy, I mean, you beat me by 15, 20 minutes. They're like, nah, man, listen, I feel the same pain that you feel at my pace, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It does. Like for those folks
To say,
say, listen, man, it hurts me just as bad as it hurts you. I might be faster, but it doesn't mean we're not fighting the same battles.
experience.
Same experience.
That's pretty cool, though, man. That
And that's
guys will do that. Reach a hand back and be like, "Come on, man."
They do, and that's what I've. I think that's the beauty of the running in general. I mean, I can't tell you how many people I've told in town. Look, you want to get into this? Give me a call. Get a hold of me.
Yeah.
Your pace, whatever time you want to go, I'll introduce you to it. I mean, it's just, it is the best group of people
Right.
you'll ever be around.
You guys have a good group.
Everybody says that. Like Stephen Richards is part of that too, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're all part of that Strava.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you bring him up, right? I mean, just how tight-knit's the community, right? Once or twice a year, we go to Lake Hope. Stephen Richards has been. Newsom's been. Brian Jolly's another one that sometimes organizes. But, man, we'll just go hit the backpack trail, spend a couple hours together, and, you walk a little, you run a little.
Yeah.
You're just hanging out. But you know what? Everybody gets done. Everybody's run 12 or 13 miles. You know what? We feel great on the drive home.
Oh,
It's
I'd
just,
say so.
I mean, it's fun to just go do that stuff together, man.
Yeah.
Steven's a great. I was running with Steven a good bit this summer.
Yeah.
On Sundays before church, and he'll go right there with me. He'll bring himself back, and
It is the most supportive community, man. It makes it fun. It makes it enjoyable. People feel a part of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys have a nice crew.
Yeah.
I'm finding this in the bike stuff. There's a group in Chillicothe that I've found
Yeah.
that I'm doing that with. It's important to that, and I think it's good mental health stuff. You know, just
Absolutely.
like we was talking. I mean, I just think that's really good. It's no wonder you and Beth juggle. You know, you got what, 2 boys, and you know it's no wonder you guys juggle that pretty easy.
Yeah.
You know, there's lots of people that can't juggle it, but you got to take that time to get mental mat back. You know, I mean, you got to have that time.
You gotta have it.
You got to do that stuff. So I kind of thought the way whenever Clay was telling that story, I thought that, and I'm not throwing Clay under the bus, but I thought that it was whenever he got to you at 85, you were waiting on him to say, "Hey, are we quitting this?" Or like,
Oh, hell no.
you weren't going to quit. Okay, I thought it was, "Hey, where's Beth's car?"
I was
at?
walking.
And you were going to get Beth's car.
Nah, man. No, I'd talked to Beth at mile 70
Yeah, you
when
told me
Andy
that.
was there, which, you know, felt awesome. And that helped get through too. But, you know, she was like, listen, we're following along. You know, you can't stop. I don't care how long it takes you.
What was she
Finish
following
it.
along? Oh,
Yeah, I mean, the event, the event does live tracking.
Okay.
Through your bed.
Andy was doing a pretty good job.
Yeah.
Best was doing a good job at. Yeah, I was watching, like, you know, man, I'll never forget. Well, you probably heard me say it. I saw you crossing that finish line. I've known you damn near all of our lives. And I've never seen you move so stoved up in my life. I was like, if he's moving like that, because I mean, I've seen you just skip out of. Now
It hurt, man.
The Cleveland Marathon hurt you too.
It hurt.
That first marathon you
one,
did,
it
hurt
rough.
you.
It was rough.
I think
Yeah.
you had me come over that night and maybe help you get out of the car.
You rub my feet, maybe.
Something, because it was you and Beth.
I think if I remember right, I had you rub my rub my
think it
feet.
was your
Maybe
feet.
some good lotion.
I don't
in
think it
there
was your
or something,
feet,
too.
was it?
Yeah.
You applied a balm to the arches of my feet, if I remember correctly. Right.
So sort of a
I
size.
just remember
Yes.
rubbing
Yeah.
But there was something because you were banged up. And then I seen you at this marathon or this 100 mile, and I'm like, oh boy, he's banged up, boys. Do you think you'll do this again?
Beth says absolutely not.
What's your dad say?
He's not happy. We still haven't talked
Yeah.
about it, believe it or not. Dad,
Oh, did he was against it? Or
he's
what?
against it 100%.
Now, why is that?
I think he thought I was going to die.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
He thought it
Now,
was
what
too
do you,
dangerous.
now, if he was still with us, God rest his soul, what would Delbert Jenkins say about this?
Oh my God, I don't know. Intercept, run.
Let me tell you something. If you would have needed the moral support, by God,
By God, Delbert
place
would have
him
been there.
about every 5 miles.
Well, I believe, he'd probably be happy about it. He probably wouldn't understand it.
Yeah, probably.
You know,
Bet he'd Rudy's ass
probably
off.
wouldn't
There's no doubt
understand it,
in my
but
mind.
that'd be a man I'd allow him in my corner.
Oh, hell
yeah.
yeah. Well, yeah, I think so. And what do you think the odds are? Maybe he'd be telling people the fact about, hey, yeah, Matt just finished, he
100.
ran 100 miles.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't have to do a podcast to talk about it because
Yeah.
everybody from here to Chillicothe would be well aware,
Yeah.
I figured
awesome.
your mom and dad would have been, knowing them, I figured they would have been well behind it.
Mom was real excited about it.
Yeah.
Dad, not so much. I mean, he
Well, he stays in good shape. I mean,
he thought it was a relay.
he thought you guys
Oh,
were
it was
doing
like
it.
$1.50 or something.
Unless he was, trying to get me to just say, no, Dad, I'm running 100. He's like, well, how many of you are doing it? I'm like, well, there's 2 of us, Like, Clay and I are going to run 100 miles. Well, how many at a time? Like, I'm running start to finish
100 miles.
100 miles. He's like, just stop halfway. He's like, you got 2 kids back here. I mean, what if you get hurt? What if you break a leg? What if you die?
I was more worried about you guys dying. Clay was telling me about it at the office, and I was literally concerned.
Do people die?
I've never heard anybody die.
I mean, I was going to say, most people, you're in great shape. And you're,
People have been. I
you
mean,
don't know.
I don't want to say that. I don't know that people have died from the act of running. I've heard of events, people dying in thunderstorms and inclement weather, and
right.
up in the mountains and stuff. But it never crossed my mind that I was going to die.
Well, listen, Matt, people are going to run 100 miles. I mean, I think you guys would be pretty well in tune with your bodies. I mean, you got to be
Yeah,
in
but
a
just
certain
like he
level.
said, like, imagine how much pain he was in. He's ran 50 like
Oh,
it
yeah.
ain't nothing.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
And then that's what I'm saying. So he's feeling all these
Well,
blisters.
you're stretching.
I think he's
the
addicted
human
to pain.
body to way past the point of its limit.
Yeah, I mean, the body wasn't real happy. You know what I mean? It was not happy.
yeah.
Do you think you're addicted to pain? That's a totally serious question. I thought about this about you the other day.
No, because I don't like to hurt.
Yeah.
You'd have to though. You'd had to have been in a ton of pain after Hyundai.
Yeah, but I wasn't looking forward to the pain.
But you knew it was
I wanted the satisfaction and the gratification of knowing I was able to do it.
Well, and I would,
Because it's really stuck in my craw for 3 years that I didn't get it.
And
Lucas,
yeah.
Well, and I'll tell you, I would think that would give you something that you know about yourself that a lot of other humans have not tested to see how far they can go. I mean, you found a certain layer of grit that's not often exposed. You know? I mean, that's not often exposed.
But,
I mean, you found out something about yourself. Like, okay, many times during that, you could have, hey, I'm out of here.
Just walked off.
But yeah. I mean, many times, but you didn't. No. And I mean, that in and of itself is, I mean, you learned a lot about yourself over the course of 100 miles.
Yeah. Look, man.
True or false?
Oh, true. 100%
Okay,
true.
yeah.
100% true. Back to your point, why do we, why do we do this stuff? Well, look, man, you're never too old to quit learning about yourself and learning about life. I mean, there's lessons to be learned in
Go till you
in
can.
everything you do. Yeah.
The other side's gloomy.
And you know what? I mean, maybe I've motivated somebody to start walking.
Not me.
Walk. Run. Maybe, just act active.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
Yeah.
well-
I can tell my kids, hey, this is a lesson about not quitting.
And both of you
And that's great.
are a testament. Both you and Clay are a testament that about the mental note that even if you're a chubby like Chad and I, and you start working out and you hit mile number 5 or you hit mile 2. And I mean, you're thinking, oh my God, this is as hard as I can go. Honestly, it's just mental.
Yeah.
You just got to realize it's all mental because you guys have not only pushed the mental aspect of it, but you guys also just showed everyone that a couple 40-some-year-olds just went out and ran 100 miles. And I think that just shows everyone what the human body is capable of.
Doing. Yeah. We underestimate
Right.
what we can do as individuals.
2 early 40-year-old guys from Jackson, Ohio.
Yeah.
That, I mean, I think that's just a feat in itself that guys from around here are even doing that. I mean, that's something you hear. You just don't have people around here like that.
I mean, there's not many. I don't know what the stats are. I doubt there's too many people that have run hundreds. I mean, I know them, but I'm in the community, right? I'm in the running community, so I know.
You're the only, and I know a shit ton of people, and so do you. You're the only. You and Clay are the only 2 people that I personally know that I can say is really hunting.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Are you the only ones from here?
From Jackson? That I know of, yeah.
We need to get Randy Evans, put that on the sign. Welcome to Jackson, home
Of 200
I don't want
milers.
to. Nah.
of the
It's not me.
200 milers.
Kind of awkward to just come and talk about it. Man. It's a little different for me to come on and talk about it.
That's such a feat. Though.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I think it's important that people know that.
That's
man.
just as
my
important
God.
if you're a basketball or a baseball player. There's not a pro level. What is it?
Well, I mean, hey, listen. If you can run 100 miles, well, holy shit!
From here since
Like, I mean, if you can
Chad,
do that,
you got from now until 11:43 Monday night to get to Cincinnati. Go.
Yeah, what that man. I mean, give me.
That's a long ways,
I mean,
man.
maybe I could get a scooter in that amount of time.
How was the climb? Or was it just flat?
Pretty flat, or
It was pretty flat. No, I mean, the hills were not, there were 2 hills. I think the total elevation gain was only around 2,200 feet.
Over the course of 100 miles.
Which isn't bad. I mean, there were 2 hills comparable to the high school hill.
Really?
ooh,
And that was it. That's all. Other than that, it was just slight
Flat.
grades, man. Yeah, all along creeks, streams, rivers. So it's flat stuff.
Now,
it was flat stuff.
I was asking about the food earlier. Did that change as the race goes on? Do they start giving you different stuff? Do they load you with more carbs?
Later in the night, I think some of the PB and J's went away, and put some ramen noodles out there that were interesting. Pizza,
Drinking ramen noodles, pizza.
Clay said he
Pizza.
just took the cup to the face. He's gulping it right
Yeah, I didn't look. I don't like I say.
Pizza
I got like an iron gut, man. I tried it all. What was interesting that they put out that I'd never considered. I've seen people eat variations of potatoes in ultras.
Yeah.
They had salted. They were like baked potatoes. They peeled them and just salted them and put them in
Foil.
little paper cups. So you just grab a paper cup,
Yeah.
couple little baked potatoes in there covered in salt. It was tasted terrible. But look, what's a potato, right?
Yeah.
starch and calories.
Starch and calories with
Probably
salt.
exactly what you need. Man.
Exactly what you need.
And did they go down pretty easy, or was it rough?
I had no problems.
Okay.
I had no digestive problems whatsoever. Yeah.
Did you wear Camelback or carry a bottle?
Carried a bottle.
A lot of people wear those
Carried a bottle.
Camelbacks. Don't
Yeah, a lot of people do. And they burn me up. I've tried it before. Even the waist belt.
Did you have to Band-Aid your nipples?
Nope.
You passed that stage?
Didn't
or-
wear a shirt, man.
You didn't wear a shirt?
I had my singlet on, but I just had it around my neck. Yeah.
What's a singlet?
Just like a tank top.
Yeah.
Like a
Okay.
tank top.
Yeah.
But I don't think I ever wore it. I don't think I had it on. No, towards the end of the race, I guess I did because I looked at the video and I had it on. I must have got chilly at some point. probably on the long walk back.
It was probably the induced fever your body was about to go into that you didn't know about.
Yeah.
I think at some point though, I carried water, and I was hammering the coffee.
Oh, really?
They had coffee
got
out
coffee
there.
out.
Yeah,
there?
yeah.
What do they keep it like lukewarm so you can shoot?
Yeah,
it, to the
it was
face or
instant
what?
coffee. It wasn't good coffee. We weren't down at the spot.
And it wasn't hot, was it? I mean,
It was lukewarm.
yeah. I was gonna say shit.
But I'm a coffee guy, man.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted some coffee. I had a yearning for some coffee.
What color was your piss? That color, that black wall?
Probably didn't even need to piss that much. You were probably
Straw colored, man.
Oh, man.
Table.
Table.
Darker than normal.
I was going to say.
Yeah.
Darker than normal.
Yeah.
Oh, does your brother do anything like that?
No.
I think he did an Iron Man or something, didn't he?
He got into some triathlons
That's
for a
what I
minute.
thought. These Jenkinses,
He got out of
don't
that.
let them fool you. Yeah. They all do
Got
stuff.
a little
like,
competitiveness
Oh,
to
yeah,
'em. Yeah.
Matter of fact, I'll be surprised if now. I don't think Vince will go do 100.
He's not going to run out.
He's not going to run 100. No, but like
I
if
think
this
he
was
might
like-
be training secretly. I think he wants to get us.
Secretly.
I think he wants to get us 400 meters back under 60 seconds. Last time we ran together,
Oh, he's still sprinting.
he was sprinting.
Oh,
he
my
told me, I'm
God.
like, why are you doing that?
at 41 years old.
Yeah. And he may have done it, just not told me. I don't know.
Wanting to get his 100 down under 60 or
400. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
I can see it.
Yeah.
I know both of them. They're probably two of the most competitive guys. Your brother especially.
Oh, he's off the charts. I'm not nearly as competitive as that guy.
Do you
man.
remember the alumni tournament that him and Hal finally got a chance to play against each other at the Jackson? And I was like, oh my God, what? Everybody else just should have left.
Yeah. You guys just go play some one-on-one over here, boys.
Just go play
Yeah, just let him play one
The rest of us will go to the pub. Just tell us the score.
Yeah.
They were either one of them.
Yeah.
Were they serious about it?
I mean, they weren't like fisticuffs serious, but like there was definitely a couple,
rivalry.
There was definitely some eye contact that said, "Hey, we'll take you as far as you want to."
I mean, did they leave as friends?
Oh yeah, they're still big buddies.
That guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
There are no friends competing against my brother.
no,
Yeah.
not at all.
He's passing that along. You ought to meet his youngest son, buddy.
Really? Oh, I've met him. Yeah.
Yeah, Trent is. I mean, I haven't had the pleasure of meeting Tanner as much, but that Trent, buddy,
Yeah.
all go.
All go. Okay.
All go.
Yeah.
All go.
I think that comes from Delbert.
He's got the Delbert in him.
Zero,
Does he?
zero
He's got the
fear,
Delbert
buddy.
in him.
I don't own a football film.
Now, Beth still says that. Beth says Trent's got
Delbert inning.
Got Delbert inning.
I hadn't thought about that, but my God,
It's
he
there.
has that. Yes.
And how loud is he? He's pretty loud.
Oh, he can.
He's
get
pretty loud.
Yeah,
he pipes it up on the sideline.
I don't have a football film that doesn't have from like 7th grade on that doesn't have Delbert. Run it.
Hit him, hit him.
Good job, Vince. Good job. You know, I mean, just all game.
I'll tell you what, it used to just make the game better, dude.
It did. Yeah.
I mean, I think that your class. Now, tell me if I'm wrong, but I think it motivated the hell out of you guys.
Oh, we loved it.
All the guys loved it, man.
And he did, like, he knew he had specific chants, you know,
Oh, yeah.
that went along with it. I just thought it was entertaining as hell.
Oh, man was a gym.
Yeah,
But you guys have always been, ever since I've known you. I mean, I don't care if you're playing you guys in anything. It's competitive. I mean, and it's not necessarily against that guy. You're doing it just for you. Like that's.
I can't imagine.
Just push a little bit,
I
man.
can't imagine the one-on-one basketball games in your driveway.
No, they were rough.
I bet those
They
were
were
some
rough.
physical games.
Yeah.
You know, he started getting the best of me as we got older. He was much more athletic than I was.
Yeah,
But little, and when we were little and growing up,
yeah.
if I'm winning,
Yeah.
like dude's going in the garage and like throwing a frying pan at me or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
I can
like
see that.
get physical.
Oh, but
A
listen,
game,
I've
he doesn't-
dodged,
a game
he
of
doesn't
horse
lose
could
well.
get physical.
I've dodged wrenches and rebar and all sorts of stuff.
And
Hey, that's the truth.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
And he ain't gonna tell you he loves you. He's still bad. Like
He wants to fight.
He wants to.
Yeah.
He's a bad loser.
He's
terrible
you get-
loser.
oh, okay. Yeah.
Awful. But, I mean, you ever have anybody throw a frying pan at you for losing? You know? I mean, did you ever play flag football or two-hand touch or tackle in the yard and have somebody throw a 10-pound weight at you?
Oh my God. Yeah.
I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
He guaranteed you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that cat was a different level, man. He
Well, we got to get him on here sometime too.
I've told him, come on,
because
here.
I want to hear about that 400 training right now.
I don't get to spend near as much time with him as I wish I did. You know, we just he's in Columbus, so you don't probably get to see him that much, or you know,
Nah, we just
you
man.
do see each other though.
Oh yeah, man. We get
Does he make it back to Jackson very often?
off and on.
Yeah.
Off and on.
Yeah, but he's not like you're not going to see him out whenever he comes home. It's to see family.
Yeah.
You know, I've seen him.
He comes in, he's at the in-laws or mom and dad's. He's not, he's not dialing a bunch of people up saying, "Hey, let's make it about me. Let's get together." I mean, he's just not that guy.
Yeah,
man.
right. Let's make it about me.
Yeah, he's not.
He doesn't want the attention.
Yeah.
We got together at Will's funeral. He
Yeah.
came down. That was a good time. Yeah. We always have good. We don't miss a beat.
Yeah.
You know?
You know, I don't think I've talked with that guy since your wedding, dude.
Probably.
It's been that long.
Yeah, probably.
10 years.
We all went out a couple weeks ago, me and him and our wives and Brennan. Mm-hmm. And man, it was so. And now, this is nothing against people that I run with now, but my God, that was so easy and nice.
Yeah.
Just old, like the friends that you always had.
You can go. Yeah, you go 7-10 years without talking to him. But you know what? Hey, you're in a pinch. You need somebody to jump in the foxhole with you. That's who you call.
There was we didn't care where we went to eat. We didn't care what we were doing.
No.
We were good.
It's just good company.
Just good company.
Just good
It was like,
company.
man, I realized too, getting back to like mental health, I think couples should do that. Couples should make sure that they go on like couples dates and every now and then make it with other people. And find you a good group and go do it with them. And just kick back a night.
Yep.
Change the crowds up. dude.
Like minds, man.
Get out of town. Get out of town at night. Just kick back. You don't have to worry about seeing somebody. Just go. We went to Pumpkin Show Friday night. Y'all ever been over there?
I worked right in the middle of there. When I worked for healthcare logistics,
They had a float in the parade.
Yeah, it's you couldn't escape it. It's right there.
right there.
It was
That's big.
Man, that's a big show.
Oh,
It is.
I've never been there.
I've been through it. I've driven through it. I've
it's-
not, or around it. I guess you got to detour all the way around
It's
it.
awful to say, but like when I worked there, I mean, I was commuting from Jackson, we're working over there, traveling in and out of there. After the first year, I scheduled travel every year during that damn thing because it just stopped.
I'm sure it does. I'm sure it does.
Yeah.
It was nice though.
But a lot of the people that work at HCL there, I mean, man, I'll tell you, that pumpkin show is ingrained in those Circleville people, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, they love it.
Yeah.
And it's a big week.
Big week. Yeah.
They got all the bars are serving the pumpkin beer and all that stuff. And I mean, I'm sure I could get into that if I was from Circleville, or if I had to hang out, I'd probably be all right. But
What's the longest race we have here? Around here, just 5Ks.
Yeah, just 5Ks. I don't even know. We hosted
now
10K.
That's something else I want to hit
here.
on. Okay, so you're saying 100-miler, maybe not. It would be kind of interesting to do it again because
I don't want to. I don't want to look at that camera
and say that you're going to do it.
Yeah, but I'm not going to say I won't either.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm being told right now
Because
I can't by the authorities at the house, right?
Yeah, we all have those sort of authorities. But now listen.
But I'm going to be non-committal.
Tell me that now, honestly, that if you were going to do it again, you might have a little different strategy going in. No, you definitely learned a thing or two that you could probably do. And now you're probably thinking everything in your head, like, I could get out there and embrace that suck again. And maybe do it just a little bit better.
Probably hit that 20 to 22.
Yeah.
You're going to do it.
He'll
I mean,
do it
Beth, Steve, Cindy, everybody get ready.
Yeah. Well,
he's doing it again.
But all right. So now you've done the hunt.
The challenge with it though is training, right?
Oh my!
I mean, when you got kids in sports and you got a homework, man,
I don't know how you do it,
and it's not.
So what? Okay,
if that stuff is not going on, and there's more, But it's not.
Can you imagine doing this when you were like 22 years old? If you'd have started if the bug would have just grabbed you and you.
Well, then it would be
when you're living as a single guy.
A lot more time then.
That's
right?
what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably become a little easier.
I think you're going to pick up, like Clay said. I think you're going to pick up 2 or 3 people locally. Holzaff will do it. He'll want it. He's
got to get there, and I want him to get there.
Well, he's the reason y'all did it, and then he had to end up having to get out of it. But he'll do it. They say Baron Griffiths will do it.
Oh, really?
Baron will get there.
Yep,
he'll get there.
They say he'll be one that does it.
Yeah.
Well, is that something that who else is there? There's Rob Irvin.
No, Rob won't go that far.
He's a short, fast guy.
Lightning fast. Rob's fast, man.
Short,
yeah. Rob is actually running in the Senior Olympic Games in Fort Lauderdale.
Oh yeah.
May 2000 next year, 2022.
What's he running?
He's running 5K.
5K.
Yeah.
But is he a 5K specialist?
Yeah.
But he sprints those.
Yeah. He's fast. He's a fast guy.
See 5-minute miles 4.
No, he's 5 something probably, 5 and change probably. And I bet you he'll be mid-5s probably going into that.
Oh, I mean, you don't have to tell his age, but I mean he's in the senior division.
Nah, 52 probably.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Yeah.
I mean, so now you've done the 100 miles. Are you still going to try to maybe run a marathon every year, or does a marathon even excite you? Or
I haven't given it too much thought.
You're
right?
going that Cam Haynes route, aren't you?
I mean, we'll
do that outdoor stuff.
We'll run the buck 50, right, which is a fantastic.
And you'll do
race.
that every year.
I'll do that every year. I love the event. Dave Huggins that hosts it is a great guy. It's a great cause.
Yeah.
But it's just a fun event.
Right.
We'll stay with the 5-man team on that, so we can all get
same team,
get miles in and just enjoy it. I mean, that's a blast. So if we do any training starting in a month or 2, it'll be for that.
Okay.
So your training won't change though. That's what Clay was saying. You're gonna let's say that you decided to do that 100.
I'll probably change it a little bit. I'd like to might get a little faster.
But you're not going to have to really push yourself much farther than right now. I mean, you just ran for 26 hours. It's about conditioning your feet more than it is being in shape. You're in shape.
Yeah,
it's
fit.
You're fit.
Fit.
Yeah.
But it'd be cool to show up at that buck 50 and run faster than what I've run it before. You know what I mean?
Is this pro? How do you, like we were talking about earlier, how do you figure in pro level? If there was a pro of running, what would it be?
A call from Nike?
Define that.
Well, what I'm saying, okay, for example, I truly think that you and Clay's name should be somewhere in town. I think that running 100 miles is just as much of a feat as is tons of things.
I agree. I mean, I agree, and unfortunately, I think it's like.
Where's Pro?
Well, all right. For instance, in mountain biking, right? Like Jubal's son, pro downhiller.
Yep.
I'd never heard of him until Jubal came and told me about that.
Yep.
And like what kind of made him pro was like what Trek bikes saying
Yeti bikes.
or Yeti bikes saying, "Hey, you're our guy."
Yeah, look, there's a lot of corporate, there's a lot of corporate sponsored running clubs out there. People running professionally, and that's all they do.
I mean, I'm
You know what I
talking
mean? That's
pro
all they do.
level. I'm talking like
Times?
I'm talking like the NBA of running.
Yeah.
To me, I don't see how you cannot be in that. Right?
Oh no,
How
man,
far
no,
off-
it's
how far
not
off
even
the pace?
close. It's not even close. I mean, think of the winner. The winner went through that in 14 hours. I can't get to 14 hours.
Yeah, but I mean, are you?
I'm a
still-
weekend warrior, brother.
Well,
I'm
I
not.
get it. You're not Michael Jordan, but I mean, are you maybe the at least on the scout
Kurt
team?
Rambis.
Not even sub. Not even sub prime, man. Couldn't sniff it. Couldn't sniff it. Couldn't sniff it.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's what's crazy.
Yeah,
well, around
couldn't
here,
sniff
I
it,
think
man.
you'd have to be.
Couldn't sniff it.
Well, I mean, to me, I mean, maybe I'm wrong in looking at it this way. I don't run,
Yeah,
of
me
course, but like to me, like finishing it is unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
100
Well,
miles.
yeah, I mean, that was
you know,
it.
shit.
Just to finish it. I don't.
I don't give a shit about the time.
Had I not been hung up on the time, I probably would have finished with a better time. You know,
and
it's
that's
a,
what, and so the next time, that's probably what'll happen.
if.
So like you don't.
But
See, like you don't
honestly,
sit around thinking at the beginning of the year, like, okay, man, this year I'm gonna run 1 or 2 marathons.
no,
this year.
I don't. I don't. It's
Do you hit almost
when I
every
say
5K or not?
I don't. I don't
you don't
run
even
many
care about
5Ks.
them? Okay. Turkey trot, something.
You know,
like that.
I
You got to
just-
do that.
Yeah, he
When
usually
I-
has the pie 8.
I do
baked in 8
I
by
do
time
the
everybody
turkey
else gets
trot. I
back.
love the turkey trot because I can get
You
out.
started it, didn't you? Didn't you help start it?
I think Clay.
Clay
Clay
did.
might
Clay
have
did.
started
Clay
that.
did.
But
Clay did.
you show up at the turkey trot, and the wife and kids
Thanksgiving
show
morning,
up, and I
yeah.
run. I usually run a mile or two with the oldest, with Tanner.
Yeah.
And for the last couple of years, he's like, "Dad, are we going to get a pie?" I'm like, "No, buddy, we're not probably in the top 30." He's like, "Well, do you care to take off and get a pie?" So
Get us a pie. Well, Dad, do you care to take off? I'd kind of like to eat the pie.
then I run up to the front and try to squeeze in that top 30, grab pie. You know,
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
awesome. That's awesome.
So your boys run with you?
yeah.
They ever do 5? They do 5K.
They've done the turkey trot. They've done Cooper Strong. They've done the 4th of July a couple
Yeah,
times.
yeah, that's cool.
They like it.
That's cool.
They like it.
So do you guys always do those local ones then?
Yeah.
When they're
For those 3, we
we'll
always
have a
hit
lot,
1 or 2
yeah.
of those a year. But, for as active as they are.
Oh yeah, that's nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, 4th of July, big baseball weekend, right?
Oh, my, yeah.
Somebody's usually playing baseball, so
Yeah, so
I
you
don't
don't get to do it.
I couldn't tell you the last time I ran the 4th of July 5K here in town.
Yeah. But then though, and probably 5Ks to you are kind of like, oh shit, you can run 5K whenever you wanted, right? I mean,
Yeah.
you run that every day.
Yeah. Well, it's fun to show up and do it. You know,
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't care.
Where
to
I
show up and
trained for
compete.
one, that's just Jenkins. They used to go run them.
And then run it again.
Well, they
Yeah.
would go run and just jump into a 5K to get their miles in with us that day.
Yeah.
Like I've seen you guys do that. Just like you already
Yeah,
be
we-
running for an hour or so
we do
before
that
the
a lot.
race.
Yeah,
and
we
then
do
just
that a
show
lot.
up at the starting line like, yeah, okay, we're going to do
But
this.
you know, it's fun. It breaks up the monotony
It
of
does,
what
yeah.
we're trying to do. I mean,
Yeah.
we did that during training for this with the YMCA 9/11 run, right? I mean, we
Yeah, they're already out running and just jump in.
run a few laps in there and
I think it's all.
talk to your local runners here in town, man. It's fun to.
Well,
it's
and
just
then it
fun
always
to,
seems
it's fun
like
to buddy up with them. And,
I remember, I don't know, it was 4th of July or whatever used to run by mom and dad's house. And
Yeah,
like
that's it.
the Shawnee State team would come up, their cross country team.
Yeah.
Or something, and they'd do like 2 or 3 laps around that thing. Like you'd see after the race. They'd just
those
go
guys.
again.
You talk about pros, right? I mean, those guys are elite level.
Right. Yeah.
Collegiate runners, man. I know a lot of those guys sit on the athletic advisory board down there. I mean, I know a lot of
Yeah.
a lot of the history there, and
Yeah.
man, they churn out unbelievable runners.
Dude, I mean, they've got
Legit.
some guys that are going. I mean, you can. I mean, I'd always block a street corner there, and I mean, Jesus, those guys were always at the front. I mean, they were coming hot.
As our good buddy Jeff Grimes puts it,
I saw him.
those
today.
guys can carry the mail.
Yes, they can.
Hey, I
Yes,
saw
They
him
can
today
carry the mail.
on Facebook. He ran that Ohio State
He
race.
did.
yeah.
Did you see it?
Chris Smalley ran it with his son.
Did you see? I think Grimes had his son there.
I
don't know if he
didn't. I
ran.
didn't see it on there.
Grimes ran the 4 miles, and his son ran the fun run half mile today.
Did it? Well, Grimes looks good. Grimes, you fat ass, you look good.
Hey, nothing fat about that man anymore.
No,
brother.
it gripes me.
He's back in playing shape, dude. Last picture I saw of him, he's back in playing.
Hey, you know,
He is. Yeah, he
Not a
looks
stitch
good.
of hair on his head.
Hey,
No.
Yeah,
used to grab lunch. We still grab lunch once,
Yeah,
twice
He
a week.
grab an avocado.
And no, listen, we used to go to lunch. He'd snicker at me. He'd snicker. How far'd you run today? How far'd you run today? I'm like, Jeff, give it a shot.
Yeah.
Give it a shot.
Yeah.
You know what? All in.
He's all in.
Really? How
Yeah.
long did it take him to get going?
Man, I don't know how long he's been at it now. He's probably close to
3.
18 months.
He's
Is
probably
he
been
in
at 2-3
18 months,
years.
2 years?
Really?
I saw.
But you know,
him 2 years ago.
we ran last March. We signed up for the Myrtle Beach Marathon, and it got canceled because of COVID.
Yeah.
And then he says, "Hey man, let's could we meet at the Chillicothe bike path
and still do it.
and do it?" And I said, "Yeah, man, absolutely." I said, "We've got baseball that morning, but I'll run a few miles with you." Called Holzaffel.
Yeah.
Holzaffel's all in. We were talking about the backyard ultra, the world record holder,
Yeah,
Harvey
yeah.
Lewis, right? An
Yeah.
Ohio guy.
Yeah.
Ran at Bowling Green with Holzaffel. Holzaffel gets a hold of Harvey and says, "Hey, we've got a friend who's running this first marathon.
Yeah. And it got canceled.
Won't you come up and meet?" So I start with Jeff. Holzaffel shows up. Harvey and his fiance show up.
Oh, my.
You know.
Oh yeah.
my.
And here's Jeff. You know, dude's just, getting after it.
Yeah.
And here you have a world class athlete,
Yeah.
literally
Yeah.
helping him out. That is
Did he run with him or just
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
actually got done. Went to a gas station, grabs a man a Gatorade. Jeff, make sure you drink this Gatorade before you finish, man. It's going to help you get there. That's the epitome.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of the running
And
community.
Yeah.
So Jeff's all in now. How many miles is he running?
He's
today?
all in.
He's
I'd say he
3 to
averages
5.
3 to 5, probably pushes 6, 7
See, I
some
got a
days.
cousin that has run 3 miles a day every day since 20 years, probably. He's done it since
Kevin?
since he got right out of college, and he's one of those that, like, he feels like shit if he doesn't get in a couple miles. Like we're staying at Marriott's or whatever, dude. He's got to have one with a treadmill. In the
Well,
winter.
look,
Just go down there. And he's always told me, he's like, dude, you got to do it. You just got to start. He's like, start walking, do whatever, and then glide into it. He goes, the toughest thing about it, he goes, you go out there. He goes, once you take the first step, you're done. He goes, because once you start, then it's going to hurt, but then it's over. He goes, the hardest part's the first step. Getting out of your house and going, dude.
My heart.
There's days you go through the motions and still get something out of it. It doesn't have to be.
Well,
It doesn't to get the mental.
Yeah.
To get to.
Well, see, that's the
to
thing,
get the
like, he
mental
never-
fitness from it,
Right.
it's just the fact, get out the
Well,
door.
and that's what he
and
says.
move.
That's what he says. He goes, man, I've never tried to. I don't think he's ever running a 5K
Yeah.
or anything.
Yeah.
But he's like, dude, he goes, I'll tell you what, the effect it has on my brain.
Yeah.
I can't go without
Yeah.
it.
My hardest part, and I don't know if this is discipline and just because being a fat ass or what, but is just staying with it. Like, I am hot out of the gate. I'll go at something hot, and then where like you've always been a runner for the past 15 years. Now the only thing that I've ever stuck with is guitar, but I've never been able to stick with like a physical routine. Like some
Running
people have.
is an odd dynamic because, man, you got guys that when they're into it, like, they can't miss.
How do they stay?
Wiley's a big runner.
Wiley's
now,
a runner, yeah.
every day.
Saw him running the other
Yeah,
day.
man, we talk running about once a week,
I
man.
bet so. Now,
Yeah.
I bet now though I don't think he'll ever compete or try to go a long way. Or are you trying to get him going in that?
He's going to run the $150 this year, I think.
Yes, he-
with the credit union team.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Good. Get to his competitive juices flowing again. I'd love to see that. But man, he's bought into. He's all in. He's got to have it now. He's like, he goes, man, if
Race or not.
yeah, like it's like, hey man, if I'm gonna have a few beers or whatever, he's like, I have got to that morning at least like get out and run and earn that, man. Or something like it makes me feel better.
It does.
It does. Yeah.
You know. I said, well, shit, all I did was sleep into noon. And now I'm going to open it up. I guess I didn't earn mine.
Well, look, everything around us today, right, leads to that sedentary lifestyle.
Oh, it does.
I mean, you don't have to. You don't have to move off the couch to order dinner, right?
Oh, you're right. You're right.
I mean, everything is so
hell,
easily
you don't
accessible.
have to move if you don't want to. Dude.
Yeah, you
do
don't.
everything on your computer or anything.
You can.
else.
You don't have to move.
Yeah.
I mean, we're made to move. It's what we talked a little. I mean, you and I have had that conversation a lot. Like, we're made to move.
Right.
We should move.
And we don't move near as much as what.
No, we don't. We don't.
Humans just don't.
We don't.
As much as they used to. I mean, they never had chairs like this no less than 80 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No.
I mean, just the amount of work day. Can you imagine like your average day back whenever you were back in the 1800s?
No, we can't.
no.
We can't.
You're all day. You're going.
Yeah,
all day.
I don't want to do that. Yeah, it's different. But
And we're all about 10 years away. Yeah, 80 years ago, we're all 10 years away from kicking the bucket, too.
Being bad. I mean, and you know, like, I guess where I'm coming, like, what I've started doing is I'm trying to walk in the mornings, and then when I'm getting back into traveling again for work, and that's when I always do the best. When I'm on the road, like, I can go down to one of those little hotel deals, jump on the stepper. If I can get 30 minutes in a day,
You're good.
then I feel like, okay,
Yep.
I've done better than what I did. Yeah. Over this whole period, because I ain't done shit. But you know, I found that I had to start doing something when I started coaching football with these young kids. I mean, my God, dude,
Are you getting down 3-point stance?
I am sometimes.
yes.
Like, you got to get active, dude. It's hard. You know.
Well, did you realize how bad you'd gotten?
No, I mean, you know, I mean, guys, I mean, I just turned 48 years old. I mean, and I get down there with these little guys in practice, and I'm doing stuff, and then on a game day, I mean, I wake up on Sunday and
feel like
I'm
you play.
sore. I ain't got no voice. It's like, what the hell?
And how
is
much
wrong with this
energy do those little guys have, buddy?
Oh, they got it to burn.
They
man.
don't stop.
No,
They don't. They're tired after the game, and they need a 15-minute break. And guess what? We go.
Well,
again.
and then you know, it's funny. Like the myth is with those guys, you got to run them, 50,000 sprints to get them in shape. Jesus God, those guys will go on their own battery for. They don't need.
They don't.
Those guys.
They don't need.
Yeah. I don't know. You need to build a lot of conditioning for 8 and 9 year olds.
You don't.
Bastards can
Not
go.
required.
Yeah, they
not
will go.
required.
They never
All
stop.
day.
You want to test them out? Ask them to sit down for 5 minutes. That's going to be a hell of a lot tougher than running 100 sprints or whatever. Yeah.
You're not building nothing there.
Yeah.
Anything else, boys? We need to talk about. We've been at about 2 hours.
Yeah, Matt.
Has
thanks,
it been
man.
that long?
Oh yeah.
Did we get through that whole? Yeah, we talked about
we
limping
did.
in, didn't we?
Limping in, yeah.
Yeah. Anything else you want to talk about?
No.
You can't.
I'm okay to forget that last 13 miles.
Well,
man.
I mean, and you
I'm
said,
okay to
and we're
forget
still
about
sitting here
it,
3 weeks outside. The legs are numb, so you've kind of told us about the recovery.
Yeah.
But he's also told us that we're going to have him back on here because he's
going to do it again. Yeah.
Steve,
Non-committal.
Cindy, Beth.
Well, I'll tell you what, though, I
Kids,
would like. Can
get
we
ready.
at least get you back on here maybe after the $150?
Oh, sure.
Because I mean, that's something that we took a little bit of a dive into that. With
We had
Chris
Huggins.
Scott and the boys
Yeah.
and Dave Huggins.
Yeah, they
we
came
had
on.
them on.
Yeah.
But we've not really had a participant on talking about that.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's a great event, dude.
It's fantastic.
Hell, a bunch of our
Have you
guests
been?
ran it.
Have you been up to see it?
No, not really.
Not really.
I can't say that I have. No, I know a lot about it, but not really.
Yeah, we've
Come
had
check it out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Come check it
that,
out.
That seems like a great event.
Well, Benny always ran it. She runs it every year.
Yeah.
I know guys like you that have ran it now for
Yeah.
several years.
Have you been running with the same team in that for a long time?
Yeah.
Because
for
you
the
guys
most
have
part.
like just a 5-man team.
We
right?
do now. We did that last year for the first time. I think it was last year. Was
Did
the
you
first
like
time
that
we did
better?
It was fun.
You
It was
like
fun.
that?
Not nearly as long a break in between. You know, when we were doing the 10-man team, you'd have 3-4 hours in between. It's just long enough to get stiff.
I was going to say, that might be a little tough.
Yeah. Yeah.
But now 5-man team, I mean, you're every hour?
Hour and a half, 2 hours. Makes a
Probably
big
long enough
difference.
break, though, isn't
Long
it?
enough break.
Yeah.
long enough
Well, for
break.
you guys that are running 100 miles, it's just like, well, shit. I mean, I'm doing this in shifts. This is nothing. When you
Yeah.
run 3-4 miles at a
Take
time.
a book.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, read a book.
yeah, 3-4 miles at a time. Tim, he's like, well, I went ahead and ran the last 2 miles backwards.
It's an adventure, man.
Yeah. It's
Keep
awesome.
doing it.
Just
awesome.
moving, man.
I say keep doing it till you can't.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
My dad's
That's the
73,
intention.
man, and he goes like a madman.
yeah.
And his philosophy is, why would I quit?
There's no. Yeah.
Well, and you know what, buddy? He don't walk with a limp or anything else.
No, he's good. He moves around. He does everything we do.
Yeah.
We are meant to move.
We're meant to move.
Our bodies are meant to move, man. Move them.
And when it checks you up, let it check you up. Don't fight the check.
care of
Listen
yourself.
to it.
Don't fight the check.
Yeah. Just let it speak and listen to it, man.
Listen to it.
Listen to it.
Don't fight the check. You know, but hey,
Hey,
brother, I appreciate it.
Thanks,
Glad
man.
you came
Appreciate
on.
it, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Steve, Cindy, Beth, Jenkinses. We'll see you guys
See you on
next
the
year.
next 100.
Hit that like and subscribe button on
Might
the
do
Chubby
another.
Bartenders. Share it around. Anything else, Chad?
I'm good, man.
All right. See you.